All right, let's start. Okay, so we revisit this topic, right? We kind of like wall. We did our wall at the very beginning of semester, right? And now we need to come back to revisit, right? This we call advanced wall topic, okay? So if this picture give you actually the reason why we need to, right, revisit this topic. If you take a look, this is your small project, right? Small or medium. Right? So you see now if you create a wall like this, you notice there's a lot of decorative stuff, right? You can see the windowsill, the decorative header, right? You see the windowsill again, header, even more sophisticated. You have the recess, the vertical one, right? On top you have the wall path. Notice this is a few courses, maybe the CMU, right? It doesn't look like it's really coming along, right? Let's look at CMU. So then you have a different color, right? So you have this color, not this color, right? Then you have curtain wall. I call curtain window. You can call curtain wall. Curtain window is pretty much the same, right? So this curtain system. You see more of this different color, right? So if I ask you to create this building, I don't think now you are ready to do that, right? And because there's several challenge you need to know, right? You need to know before you can start doing something. And probably today we're going to also show you how the sun, right? University of Nebraska creating some kind of a sign of this. I think today we're not ready to cover the curtain wall, but we're going to put on the next time, right? Next time. And then after that, we're going to cover the side pavement, parking lot, etc. Right? So this is, let's see, one example, right? One example. I'll give you some extra motivation. So before we start to do the demo using Rivet, we need to make sure that we have some kind of a concept, right? So this is the multi-layer wall, right? Basically from interior all the way to the exterior. You have an insulation, you have a vapor barrier, you may have a cavity, you have a purring, etc. No matter what, it's all called compound wall, right? Because multiple compound layers. And this one is called stack wall. The major difference between these two is this is two types of walls stacked on top of each other, right? And this is just one type of wall, right? So you may wondering when are we going to need this? Because you can see the major difference is this wall has a different thickness along the vertical direction. That's a major difference. Compound wall, all no matter how many layers, they all the same wall. Right? It's just actually one wall. And stack wall have a different thickness. That's why you have to sit on top of each other, right? So in a compound wall, we already learned what's called layer, etc. Right? There's a new concept called region, right? Region is actually smaller than layer, right? Smaller than layer. So, for example, this is a brick layer. You may think about this is a a rigid insulation. This is something else, right? Whatever. So you can actually use a tool called split. You can split layer into different regions, right? Multiple times. For example, I simply just do a horizontal split. I have upper region and lower region. If I do a vertical split, I have the right region, left region, right? So this is if you do the opposite operation, right? One operation is called split, right? Another opposite operation is called merge. This, when you click on merge region, you move your cursor to the interface between the two regions you want to merge. You will have a icon like this one, right? Point to this direction. Or could be, and you see I move my cursor slightly to my right-hand side, so you can see that the arrowhead point to the left, right? If I move my cursor slightly to this side, then my pointer is going to point to that direction. This, actually, the direction of this one showing which side is dominant. For example, if these two regions merge, in this case, so all the regions become the yellow color, right? Can you turn off? Oh, sorry about that. So if you merge these two, this means this material is dominant, right? If you merge, in this case, this gray one will be the dominant, right? So basically that's the same concept when you think about, last week we talked about the relation between the pier and concrete wall, right? You see that? One had to be a dominant element, right? When you try to separate the pier from the wall, right? Instead of cutting the pier to become part of the wall, right? So, and of course, this is a more realistic example, right? More realistic example, and you can think about this part as your north wall, right, of your foundation, right? Remember that? The north wall, you have the brick ledge on the north side of your project. Your brick ledge should be look exactly like this one, right? Have you ever seen about it? All right, after I put my brick ledge, is there going to be a gap if I put my wall on top of that? Right? Otherwise, I have to find a way to cover this section, right? Have you ever seen that? Right? Either you're going to have a gap, or you have to overlap the two walls, right? To make you don't have a big gap over here, right? Have you ever think about it when you make an exterior wall? Also, this wall shows you some element, right? Of course, you have the brick veneer, you have cavity, you have insulation, you have the CMU, then you have the furring, you have the, okay, you can see this, right? What happened? Even this one, this wall actually doesn't start from the very bottom, actually. It starts from here, right? So how actually going to make that happen, right? How am I going to make that happen? So you're going to use split region, right? Of course, you're going to use split region and merged region. Eventually, you're going to have something like this. Right? So same thing here, right? For example, some of the wall, you're not going to start from very top, the very bottom, right? You can see this one start from here. This section will start from there, right? In this case, we needed some tool to further edit, right? To further edit your wall or customize your wall, right? So you see, the wall is not really. The misconcept is, okay, the wall is a simple one, right? I simply draw that, and actually, if you want to customize, makes your project more realistic, is actually quite sophisticated, right? in addition to that, a lot of times you need some decorative, right? Header like this, right? You could have some, right, decorative bond like this, like CVU, right? They have a wall cap, right? The wall cap, etc. So this one we call SWIP. This one we call review. So SWIP is actually a solid addition to the wall, right? This is the example, right? This one SWIP. I think this is also SWIP. So that's actually a solid addition. And the review is actually cutting into the wall, right? More like this one, right? So you cut a slot, right? Cut a slot into the wall. So that's called review, right? Review is a void. So you can imagine a SWIP is a solid one. You got some material, right? So you say, okay, this SWIP is stone, right? This SWIP is a precast. This SWIP is metal. You can assign material. On review, you couldn't assign material. The reason because void, right? The void doesn't have a material property. You only have post, right? So more example about the stack wall as definition is totally clarified, right? And stack wall, the reason we have a stack wall because we couldn't make that happen in one wall, right? So that's why we have to make that two compound walls stacked on top of each other, right? Stacked on top of each other. But you can specify, for example, this bottom wall, how high it's going to be, right? Like 3, 4 feet, 5, right? Etc. So the material you can specify too. This one looks very familiar, right? It's very familiar, and also hopefully you can put that in a context, right? In a context is this one, right? So you can see when you use split, right? Split face, you can create some like this, right? Some part of that. Right? See different color. And of course, this one you can create different material if you want to use, right? Or you can simply split the face, you paint it in different color, right? All right. Next Monday, we're gonna talk about more focus on curtain wall, etc. Right? Curtain wall and accessories. And curtain wall, curtain window. Yeah, the reason we talk about curtain wall, curtain window because the curtain system is a special wall. So you cannot, for example, in the regular wall, you can say, okay, drag a door and a window, you can immediately put it into the wall. But you cannot put a regular window door into a curtain wall, because you need to put a special curtain door, right? Definitely you don't have a curtain window because the curtain itself is a window, right? You can put a curtain door like the revolving door or some other door, right, into a curtain wall. So that's why we specify this just as a separate topic, right? All right, let's we talk about the concept. Right? Hopefully you, from a big picture level, so you have some idea. Then we start to do some hands-on stuff, right? As always, let's open a Revit 2018. Make sure you, right, open the 2018 instead of viewer, right? Don't open the viewer because the viewer. Sometimes I accidentally also, accidentally click on the viewer. It looked like exactly the same if you didn't pay attention. The difference is you couldn't save, right? You couldn't save anything. So let's start from a new project using architectural template. Right? Using architectural template. All right, and then you go to wall, architectural wall, go to the generic 12-inch, right? Generic 12-inch. So from there, you go to rectangle, right? And so you just draw a box. Nothing special, right? Seems like every day, every Monday we're gonna draw a box, right? Draw a box. Now you can basically hit escape twice. So select any is the wall, right? South, east, whatever wall. Select one of this, then go to edit type in a property window. And from there, and whenever we want to mess up with something, we need a what? Duplicate, right? We do not want to mess up existing, which is called duplicate, generic, whatever, right? Right, we call it generic, whatever, right? Say, okay. So then we can mess up with this one, right? Any way we want. Afterward, you go to edit. So, at this moment, and let's do this. Let's click on the preview. Click on the preview button, right? There's a preview button somewhere. And when you click on the preview, what you notice is okay, a simple wall like this, right? Let's do this. Let's go to okay, let's go to change the structural part to concrete. Cast in place, right? Okay. There's a multiple way to do one thing. Remember that I said, on your north side of the wall, there's a brick ledge you needed to create, right? Something looks like this one, right? To receive, your brick veneer, etc. If you still remember that, there's a 6-inch wide brick ledge, right? And there's a concrete wall. You can create this, right? You can create this brick ledge in the concrete by using what we call void, right? Void by extrusion, right? Another way to create that is actually change the wall itself. For example, in your project you have only one wall need a brick ledge, right? If you have all, for example, you have all the wall you need a brick ledge, maybe it's worth the time to say, okay, we're going to create a just special wall, right? So this wall itself, we can simply create something like this, right? Let's show you one way to do that, right? So basically, if you go to edit assembly, go to section view, your wall is what? It's 14, right? It's 14 inch. Right? I think let's think, right? We're going to change that to, it's 16 or 14, I forgot. 14 inch wall, right? Then change your to 14 inch. Then let's click on split region, right? Split region. Click on split region. Then let's cut 6-inch, right? Let's cut 6-inch. Before you do that, let's first do the vertical part, this horizontal part, right? I forgot exactly the horizontal depth of your brick ledge. Let's assume it's 12-inch, right? So we can do a horizontal cut. Right? You can see now, right? Let's do a vertical cut that can be 6-inch from exterior surface, right? we did another cut, right? Well, I'm not sure this is a good idea or not, but let's give it a try, right? Let's give it a try. So from this, you can go to merge. Let me think about it, right? Let's try to see if I can merge region. Go to merge region, merge these two. It looks like we could, right? Probably it won't allow you to be. Go to merge region. No. Okay. Couldn't do merge. Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's just do this. Right. Let's just go back, undo. Right. Go back. What's happened to me? If I go cancel. All right. Go back. Right. Cancel. Edit again. This time, let's assign this to concrete cast in place and change that one to 14 inch. All right. 14 inch. Then go to, edit again and go to here, right? Go to split region. You can split again vertically 6 inch. Right? After you split, all right, where is my 6 inch? Yeah, I probably already did, right? It's just like too dark.
You put them all on.
Oh yeah, whole section, right? So after you did a split, go to modify. Move the cursor to the top. If you already split, you will see a partial blue line, right? A partial blue line shows as outer boundary. Are you with me? I just give you a couple seconds, right? After you split vertically, move your cursor to the top. You will see a light blue section line, right? Showing called outer boundary. Click on that. So then you see a lock. Unlock that one. Click on the lock, you actually unlock, right? What this did is this actually unlocked the top boundary, so you can drag that up and down, right? Same thing, if you like to, you can also unlock the bottom, right? So this way you still have a 14-inch concrete wall, right? You still have a 14-inch concrete wall, right? And you can go click OK. With respect, okay. Row 2 is that the layer sign the row on the same side of the core boundary. Okay. We probably need a get another one. All right, let's see. Well, let's do this. Let's click on Insert. I think possibly we need to do another cast in place concrete. All right, so highlight this one. Click on Assign Layer. So you're actually going to assign the first concrete to the outer layer, right? So the second one automatically belong to the second layer, right? So actually this is, then you say okay. So this wall, and if you're in 3D view, you can see it's still a concrete wall, but when you click on the wall, you actually see there's a double arrowhead instead of a single arrowhead. If you click on this wall, it's have a single arrowhead, right? If you click on this one, it actually have a double, right? You can drag this one, for example, a little bit. Right? And this way, you have a extra way to create those so-called recess or ledge. But it depends on your situation, right? But if your situation is your whole length, you like this, you can do that. But if you only have a partial one, so it's still, you better use void, right? Use a void by extrusion, right? Use void by extrusion to create this. This is just try to show you, since we are talking about advanced wall, just show you a extra way, right? Extra way to do that, right? Let's go to click on this again and go back, edit type. Edit. What about, let's change, let's move this one up out of your core layer, right? Move up. This time we change the function to finish one, that's the exterior finish, and change the material to brick, common cores. All right, and let's change the, let's split, okay, let's add another layer, right? Let's add another layer on top of row 1. Let's insert. This one should be called thermal. And layer is actually, should be air, right? Material should be air. All right, let's do a split of the brick, right? Because your brick has 6 inch, right? Actually, most of the brick is only 4 inch, right? Let's do a split region. We do a split region, and you move your cursor until you see there's 2 inch from the interior side. Right, you split it. Then you click on your thermal layer. Then you go to assign layer, and to pick the one you just created. Oh, you know, a mistake. I didn't really split it, right? So we say okay. So okay. So I have to go back. Oh, that's tough. I go to split region and make sure I split it this time exactly. So then I go to my air layer. Actually, I go to my brick layer. I go to my brick layer, go to a sun layer, so I only assign the outside. All right. Okay. So now I have a 2 inch air, 4 inch brick. And also you notice, if you click on modify, so your top and bottom are unlocked. Why is important? Why is important? Because if you take a look, this one, right? This one is similar as your project. you probably say okay. You can create your foundation wall top either using void by extrusion or using the way I just showed you. Assume it's all the way, right? But if you only partially, you have to use the void by extrusion.
Not design that there.
So you have the big layer, right? And go to the sun layer. Your brick. Okay, go to. Yeah, this one you want to be there, right? Yeah, so that's all. And go to volume, let's see what's going on. Yeah, your error is. Yeah. I'll just go to modify overlay, just stay here too long, right? So, see, without unlock the bottom of your brick layer, so when you put on your wall with brick and veneer on top of your concrete foundation, foundation wall, then you're gonna have how you're gonna think about how you're gonna fill this gap, right? You're gonna have it looks like an ugly gap, but with this unlocked bottom, all right, with this unlocked bottom, see we unlock this one so we can make this one up and down, right? Let's go to say okay. Okay. Now you can see if I go here, I probably make my wall just, let's see, font, shape, all right? You can see now I can possibly say, okay, if my brick wall like goes this, so I can actually make my exterior brick wall longer, right? Because I can move a little bit. So this way, the extra depth will be the same depth as your brick ledge, right? The concrete brick ledge. So this way you don't worry about, right? Yes.
Can't see the ledge part.
Can't see what?
Can't get the ledge part.
Yeah, you did a split. You didn't have a split layer. So which one is your? Yeah, you only have one layer now. Oh, you do have a two.
I know, right, it's without it.
Well, let's look at it. You need to do is you're going to unlock this one. Unlock that. If you want to move the bottom, unlock this one too. So this way you will have a double. Drag this a little bit down to have extra break, right? Of course, you can also somehow you like to modify separately, right? All right. The one thing done. Let's go to go back to change this. Go back, edit type. Edit. So this is just to give you some extra tool, right, for you to do something, right? If you ask you, okay, can you add a gypsum wallboard on metal furring, right? Of course, you say yes, right? So you can simply go to the split region, right? Or you can add an extra layer, for example, here, add a couple more layer, right? And you can say this is, for example, structural, and it should be out of the core boundary, right? You can move that to down. Then you can add another one, and one could be, another one should be finished too, right? Because that's actually your finish layer. So finish 2 will be your gypsum wallboard. All right, and this one should be your metal furring, right? So you can go to see your metal furring. Yeah, metal. See, that's metal metal styles, metal furring. All right. Of course, you can say, okay, this is gonna be ½ inch, right? This is gonna be 2 inch. All right. So then you have some. All right. Let's talk about some of the decorative stuff, right? The so-called sweep and review, right? Sweep, as we said, are you guys feel comfortable with this, right? Assign layers, merge region. Oh, we haven't talked about merge region yet, right? Okay, let's do a merge region, right? Okay, let's go here, right? Let's do a split region first, right? Let's go to split. We're gonna split somewhere 2 feet from the bottom of the air, right? Okay, then we're gonna split the same thing here, right? Maybe just do for the furring part. All right. So, excuse me. So we can go to merge region. And let's assume we're going to change the air into a concrete now, right? So when your arrow point to the air from the concrete, that you're going to change that one to concrete, right? So then you can say, okay. But put your cursor along the interface line, right? Then you see that when the pointer point to the air, so you change that part. Then you move your cursor to another interface line until you see the pointer point to the inside, right? Then you click on it again. By this way, yeah, see, there's another way you can make the brick ledge, right? The brick ledge. This is another way, right? You can simply do this, right? So this basically, we learn how to assign layers. We learn how to modify lock and lock, right? We learn how to split. We also learn how to merge, right? Now you actually should be in good shape, right? We learn that, how to split, how to merge, right? What about if you want to merge this part also into a concrete? Then you can simply say, okay, split along the same line, right, over here. Did I get something done? Yeah. After you get that, right, after you do the cut, go to merge region. So move your cursor until you see, right, until you see the pointer point to the brick. Now you have this one, right? See, you have a multiple way to do this. Are we good? Okay, the next step, I think I'll leave this one to you. You can, explore a lot of different possibility, right? And go to explore yourself, right? The next thing is, let's try to play with the sweep and review, right? Let's go to, for example, we're going to add a wall cap. Click on sweep, right? First of all, you need to get this part, right? Figure it out. Then you go to sweep. You possibly notice after you did this, so your structural concrete cast in place thickness changed to what? Variable, right? I mean, it's a different thickness at different stage, right? That's fine, right? That's fine. So let's go to add a cap. Sweep, click on sweep. So there's a sweep table. Is nothing there now, right? Let's just click on add. 1, 2, 3. We're going to add 3 solid items. All right. The first one, the profile should be parapet cap. How thick it should be? How thick it should be, and it should be wider than your wall, right? What's the width of the wall now? 6-inch plus. I think this one is rough. Okay, let's just add that one, right? 6-inch, 8-inch, 8.5, right? Yeah, it looks like 8.5 here, right? Yeah, all right, 8.5 inch, right? So your cap should be, let's see, 16 or 15, 14, right? 14 maybe okay, right? We'll give it a try, right? 14 inch. Material should be precast. Precast. All right. And distance from top, right? Because your cap, you talk about wall cap. Distance from top should be 0, right? Offset, let's give it a try, right? Let's see, apply. The wall, 2 wall sweep are overlapping. Okay, so okay. We don't have 2 wall sweep. Oh, there's probably somewhere for the base. Okay. But from here, right, looks like our wall is actually wider than our cap. Let's change the cap, right? Change one to, from 16, let's change that one to 20 or 26. Let's change to 20 and see apply. All right, at 20 looks roughly right, right? So the second one, let's use a brick solder course 2 quarts, right? This material should be brick solder course, right? Solder course. See, okay. That one is also from top. Let's give like 3 feet from the top. So we want to decorate band 3 feet from the top. So then we click on apply. Sweep outside the wall. Okay, and looks like it's outside the wall, but we can fix that, right? Let's see. Okay. 3 wall sweep. Oh, the parapet. Okay, well, our parapet should actually. I think our parapet should going up above our. Okay. Yeah, that should be negative. Yeah, you're right. And someone smarter than me. So good. Yeah, it should be negative. Otherwise, you're up in the air, right? That's why I couldn't see that. It's up in the air. So the offset actually will determine how much you get into the wall, off the wall. Let's try 2-inch. Okay, it's further. I should be negative then, right? Negative 2-inch. Negative 2-inch. So in negative 2-inch, you still have some part outside the wall, right? But in general, that's fine, right? If you want it totally into the wall, you can say, okay, maybe extra 3 or 4, right? Until you satisfy, right? 3, this is almost all into the wall, right? So that's about 2 solder cores. What about the last one? The last one, let's assume, right? That's the third one, right? We say, okay, let's add a sill, right? Sill precast 5-inch, category should be precast. Concrete precast. And the distance from the base, let's make it a 5, right? Not a negative 5, it's actually positive 5, right? So from the base, and go to apply, okay. If you like to move this into the wall or more outside the wall, you can change the offset, but looks like good now, right? So this way, you say done. Before we do that, let's see, okay, right? Click on OK. What about this review? Let's also add a couple review. The review is actually a void, right? Let's do a review. Add 1, 2, right? So also you need to specify a profile, but you don't have a material anymore, as we said a moment ago, right? Let's add a 1 brick with review. Let's add another one called 2 brick review, right? Let's assume the 1 brick review going to be somewhere in the upper part. All right, let's just see from top. Let's give, we did this one 3 feet, right? Let's give like 5 feet from top. Negative 5, right? This time we won't make the same mistake. Negative 5. The 2 brick review, let's make it from the base. Maybe we make it like 7 from the base. All right, looks like that's the position, right? How deep you want to cut, you can change the offset. If you say, okay, this is what I want, then say okay. So afterward, you say okay, apply, okay. Let's take a look what our wall looks like now, all right? That's what your wall looks like, right? That's how your wall looks like. Are you guys in good shape? Which one under? You mean the height?
No, the whole structure thing is long.
You mean longer means? Yeah, if you want to move the position this way, you can change offset. And this one is defined by your profile. Your profile, like this one, you define 1 brick. You want it wider, it will be 2 brick, or wider, it will be 3 brick. See that? Okay. If you have a wider solder cores, you're going to pick a different profile. There's a 2 solder cores, 3 will solder, right? 3 bricks. But this one gave you some general idea how you're going to customize it, right? Let's start. This is actually as part of wall. What about you want to create something, review and sweep, in a fly? So we do this, right? We go to wall. You see, so far we only use architectural sweep structure, right? And you see very bottom one, there's a wall sweep and review. So there's some default profile. So if you click on, let's see, sweep, right? Click on sweep, you can see, right? Sweep means solid stuff, right? So we click on that. So when you click on sweep, you can see when you move the one, a sweep to close to the wall surface. Of course, you can do this on elevation, right? On elevation too. So, but when you do that, you can see you add one, right? You click on restart, right? You can add another one. All right. Then you can, let's get a couple review, right? If you go to your wall again, review, notice, both sweep and review, you can add a horizontal and a vertical, right? Vertical, let's see, we're going to add a vertical review this time, right? So I want to do a vertical review. I go vertical. Yeah, if you want a vertical sweep, you can also go to vertical sweep. All right. So, right, you get something, right? For example, I want to add a horizontal review now, just like this. All right. Also, this probably looks more similar, like, right? I gave you this example. You may say, oh, yes, this is a vertical review and horizontal review, but what about the lens? How to kind of change that, right? Actually, you can change by dragging them. If you select, okay, for example, this review, you can see I can drag this one down, right? Or I can drag this one up, right? So you don't have to, constrain by that, right? So you can actually change the review lens. Of course, you can do this one too, right? Right? You can buy, those are on the fly. Yeah, so you may be wondering, can I load in a different profile? Yes, you can, but you have to edit, right? For example, this is called wall sweep. The profile is default. If you want to change the profile, you have to go through some of those profile. If you say, okay, I really want to get more, what are you going to do? Load profile, right? If you want to load profile, you can actually load a lot of stuff, right? For example, if I want to go to architecture, if you want to insert, I think you can, or you can go to load family, right? Load family, or go to component load family. So you can actually load the whole profile there somewhere, right? OP profiles, right? The profile part, you actually have wall profile, and go to the wall part. See, you have the different corners, right? Different parapet. Let's assume this is something you want to, right? You want to do a sophisticated one, right? This cornice, right? Precast. So you say okay. Now you load this one. I think you can further go. For example, now if I go to here, So I want to see edit profile, so I can load that one. All right, cornice precast applies. Oh, cannot create wall two swift overlap, right? Okay, so you probably have to delete one before you add another one, right? All right, I can see, but right, the whole cornice, you can move this all the way up, right? That's much bigger, right? Why this one changed? Because what? Because I didn't duplicate, right? I made a big mistake, so I messed up my existing, right? So the default profile now becomes this big one, right? So, but at least this gives you some idea, right? Give you some idea. Well, you can also change the material, for example. Change the material from that one to a brick, for example. To a brick that's supposed to be pseudo coarse, right? Say okay, apply. So, okay, that's one looks like this, right? All right. So what's left? Okay, we talk about and brick redo. I think split is this one is pretty straightforward. We've done this multiple times. But if you are wondering, so we can, for example, split some area, right? For example, in here we can simply go modify. Where's my, okay, here, right? Split face. You know, I think we did this multiple times. So you go to here, right? So you simply go there, right? You can modify any shape you like to. Then you can pin it this as pinned, as with a brick, right? Pin as a brick. Oh, I pinned it outside. But anyway, you can pin it inside or outside, right? Sometimes you just have to switch. Right? So use your tab key to switch the box. All right. So we start from what? 12:30, right? We have 15 minutes, right? Roughly. Okay. Let's take a look at another one, right? Take a look at another one. So you see, we talk about this split face. We talk about review. We talk about this. Let's just briefly talk about stack wall, right? So you guys are a little bit ahead of other sections. So stack wall is actually another. So if you go to wall, say, right, architecture wall. So if you go to edit type. So here you see basic wall, and if you click on the very end, you also have, you can see there's three wall family, right? Basic wall, curtain wall, and stack wall, right? Stack wall. So we said we're going to talk about curtain wall next time, but the stack wall, if you click on that, so you can see at this moment you have a brick over CMU with metal stud. Right? Let's click on duplicate. Right? Click on duplicate. Then we can go to edit and click on the preview. All right, and this one you can see. You know how to do the top one. You also know how to do the bottom one, right? And for example, if I want to insert, right? If I want to insert another wall, so I can simply insert. Which one I inserted? I forgot. But anyway, okay, looks like this one I inserted, right, the very top one. Right, so I want that one going down, down, down. So I can change this new inserted wall as a generic, right? Generic 12-inch, right? Instead of other one, right? Then I can simply, all right, make this as a generic 12, right? And the height, for example, I want to make that 4 feet instead of 8. So I can change that one to 4 feet. And of course, you can see this one, the CMU on metal stud is 3 feet, right? So now I have something like this, right? And you can also specify, for example, this one, I want an offset to other side, maybe let's say 4-inch. See what happens, right? Yeah, it moved to other side. So this one is actually the stack wall. So in order to make a stack wall, you need to have the wall existing first. Then you can go to stack, right? Go to stack. Make sense? So this is the stack wall example, right? If I click OK, say OK. So if I want to make this wall as a stack wall, so I can simply goes here and find my stack wall 2. Where is that? We just created one. Yeah, here. Right? Brick over CMU with metal stud 2, right? Okay. That's what the stack wall looks like we just did a moment ago, right? So stack wall can have a totally different thickness. But you may wondering, this is a different thickness, but no, but this one is actually a decorative part, right? It's not a part of your wall thickness, right? What about, if you take a look at our picture, what about this part? University of Nebraska Federal Credit Union, right? And that's called, we call this text model, right? If we want to put a text over here, so we go to model text. So before we model text, we need to select the surface, right? And we first need to select the working surface. Either you create a new surface using the reference line, or you go to set a new working surface. If you click on the work plan here, if you click on show, that's your default work plan. Everything you draw will be on this level, right? But if you go to set, I want to pick a plan, right? Because you want to working on this exterior wall surface, right? You said okay. I'm going to pick this one. See, now my working plan showing in the grid, right? Actually on this surface. That's where you're going to put your model text, right? So you click on architecture, you go to model text. So you go to University of Nebraska Credit Union. Right. Let's see how it looks like. Okay. University of Nebraska Credit Union, right? Well, you can, of course, go there to do further editing. For example, alignment and depth, how thick of this letter. What about the color, right? Color, you can use Well, what you need to do, you need to create duplicate, right? You say, okay, go here, you call duplicate, right? And you call this one arrow red. And so if you change the material, you only change this one, right? Say red. Right. So here, then you can simply go material, change call. This is supposed to be what? What kind of material? Plastic? Or metal or whatever. Yeah, you just pick whatever material, the closest one. Vinyl, maybe? Okay. Or carpet, right? Or let's just use a carpet. And change the color, right? Or you can also simply to do this. Duplicate this one, right? Duplicate, call this one sign, right? So yeah, so this way you won't feel odd, right? So click on sign, and then go to change the color to red. All right, say OK, apply. So my sign will be red, right? So okay, what about the white one? Well, you can do further editing, right? For example, and text, say change that one to University of Nebraska. You can go to add another one, right? And go to add another one using, or you copy this, right? I think, can we copy this? You can do pretty sure you can do a copy. Right? You can say, okay, I did a copy. And move down a little bit. Right? Then I can go to change the size of this one. Right? Okay, say, okay, I go to change this to a size. Of course, you're going to duplicate this one. For this one, what? Or you can change the size for this one. Is called 12, right? Duplicate. Call this 12-inch. Arrow white, right? (12-inch). Right. So this way you're getting. Okay, so you actually this one you're really gonna change to 1. All right. Say okay. Yeah, you can change the text to credit union, right? Union. No. What's this one? Yeah, you can change that, right? Edit text to credit union. And then you can change that one to what? To white color, right? And material to call, instead of a sun, let's say call sun white. And you can call one sun red, another one you call sun white. All right, sun white. Then you're gonna make this one as a white color, right? And say, okay, this is my white color. Apply. All right. Some kind of like that. So you can change the font and do some editing job yourself, right? And that'll give you some idea about this one, right? I think for the next thing after today's lecture, you need to start to think about. I know you are working on your part 1 of the project, but part 2 you can see, right? Something like this. So next time we're gonna cover the curtain wall part. After curtain wall, we're going to talk about sidewalk including pavement, curb and gutter, and parking, and landscaping. bike rack, you know, garbage collections, etc. All right, I think I'll stop here today, and hopefully you guys